Hi everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Andre Shafat. Now, in Indonesia right now, we are currently facing with the second wave of the coronavirus pandemic. So as a result, we are forced to work from home again. Now, based on my experience, working from home can be really challenging.
Socioemocional de los niños y esa parte está quedando bien.
So in this video, I'm going to share 5 tips that have worked for me in order to stay productive at home. So stay tuned, everyone. Okay, tip number 1, begin your day as if you are going to commute to work. Now, you need to start the day as if it was a normal kind of day. Imagine as if you have a 9 to 5 job, right? So what do? You wake up early, you clean up, you take a shower, you dress up as if you are going to the office, right? Put on some cologne, put on some perfume. That's what I do in order for me to stay motivated, because if I look good, if I smell good, usually it makes me want to work productively, right? And then have a nutritious breakfast. Try to reduce carbohydrate, eat more fiber. For example, eat a bowl of fruit, have a cup of coffee, have a cup of tea, right? That's tip number 1. Tip number 2, set up and clean up your working space. Now, I would not recommend you to work from your bed. If you do not have a working space, create one. Now, have the tools for you to set up, for example, your working chair, your working table, or your working desk. Have an ergonomic working chair like the one that I have right now, because compared with the chairs lying around at home, ergonomic chairs like this are usually more comfortable and it reduces back pains, right? Now, once you've already set up your working space, have it cleaned, right? Don't have things that you do not need on your working table. Declutter it. Have few things that you need for your work. The cleaner the working space, the better it is for you to get motivated to work. Tip number 3, unplug your devices that distracts you. Now, in my case, it's my smartphone. I am usually addicted to my smartphone once I turn it on. So what I normally do when I begin to work, I turn off my smartphone and put it away as far as possible from my working space. Now, in my case, I usually put it in my bedroom drawer. However, if you think that it is impossible for you to put away your smartphone, at least try to silence the apps or the applications that you normally use. For example, in my case, it's Instagram, YouTube channel, WhatsApp, right? TikTok, right? And usually I also uninstall it, because the more I don't have these applications, the more I would concentrate on my work, right? Now, the second distraction for me is my television set. What I normally do is unplug my TV and put away my remote control as far as possible, like the one that I do for my smartphone. So that's tip number 3. Now, tip number 4, have a balanced schedule for work and play. Now, in order to do this, what you have to do first is create your 3 MITs. What are MITs? Most important tasks. Now, break them down into smaller pieces or specific schedules. What time you begin, what time you would end each task. Now, in those specific schedule, try to determine in which area that you're going to put your rest and play, right? For example, like this, let's say you begin at 8 o'clock in the morning for your project, right? After 1 hour, have a 5-minute break. Let's say you start from 8 o'clock and then you end at 9 o'clock, have a 5-minute break, and you continue again your work at 9:05. Now, there are several benefits to this, because based on ciphr.com, there are 5 benefits of having regular breaks when you are working. Now, benefit number 1 is that breaks help you to process and retain information. Benefit number 2, you get a better sense of the bigger picture. Number 3, you'll be more creative. Number 4, breaks can help you cultivate healthier habits. Benefit number 5, taking regular breaks helps you be more productive. Now, in order for you to read the details of these 5 benefits, I would suggest that you go to the website in the link below. So that's tip number 4. Okay, the last tip number 5. Tip number 5 is reduce screen time activity. Now, too much screen time will definitely ruin your productivity. Now, according to raidhealth.org, adults should limit their screen time outside of work to less than 2 hours a day. Yeah, I know what you're going to say, but my work
Are mostly done on screen.
since I'm also working most of the time on screen, I usually have small breaks and do off-screen activities. Now, this relates with the previous tip, which is tip number 4. Have small breaks in between your tasks or your work, right? Or even you could do some offline tasks for the entire day. Well, this does not apply to every kind of work. Now, in my case, for example, when I have to do a YouTube script, I would go and find a piece of paper and write it down. Now, once it's finalized, then I would type on my laptop. I would only spend about 30 minutes or even less. So those are my 5 tips for productivity at home. So hopefully you like my video and subscribe if you haven't. Now, that is it. Have a productive week, everyone. Bye-bye now.